Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Song Theory. Yes, we're doing Song Theory, and this is a great channel of theories, song theories, artist analysis, and just discussions about music in general, hip-hop, rock. If you like this kind of thing, if you see my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. And also, if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit that like button. I am back, baby, and I'm doing videos weekly now, making sure I have a schedule. And this week, we're talking about Kanye West. Yes, Kanye West. Kanye West is a prolific musical genius in America. And of course, he was born in Atlanta, grew up in Chicago. His father was a civil rights activist in a way. He was actually a prolific Black Panther member and also one of the first black journalists for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And his mother was a working mother. She was a teacher. She was a very smart woman. I have to look up whether or not she's a teacher. I actually forget if that's true or not, but you know, these websites. Anyway, Kanye West made some very controversial statements this week on TMZ. I'll let you look at the whole video below. It's about 30 minutes long. You can watch the whole interview. But I'm going to be commenting on some of the comments that he made. Now, Kanye West is known for a lot of controversial things. He believes that free thinking is going to allow him to hide behind his controversial thoughts and statements, which has not worked for a lot of other people. I'm surprised it's working for him now. I'm going to give you my opinion on what he said after I say a couple of statements that he had mentioned on TMZ. So when he was on TMZ, he began to start speaking about his free thinking and how he's defending his self for supporting Donald Trump, which he has done recently. And he even posted on Instagram a picture of him wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Not opinions yet. We're not getting to opinions yet. I'm telling you all the facts. Another fact, he said, when you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. He continues to say, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all, meaning black people, it's like we're mentally imprisoned. That whole comment, of course, if you watch the video below, was followed by him making statements about people being enslaved mentally in this day and age and how they're being enslaved by their masters, which is money and power and government and things like that. But it didn't go over well with some other people in the office. And one of the people that stood up was a very prolific black part of the TMZ. He actually sits in the office. You see him a lot. I actually think I missed his name. Not sure what his name is, but he spoke on it and didn't like what he said. Now look, I don't know if you heard it before watching this video. I don't know if you understand the statements Kanye West made. Whether or not you agree or disagree, I'm going to tell you my opinion about it. Those statements that he made were very narrow-minded. That's the word I would like to use. I think I understand his point. I get where he was coming from. But the way he said it was dead wrong. Kanye West, at that moment, was dead wrong. Accept it. He was wrong. The way he made the statement was wrong. To say that 400 years of slavery was a choice was wrong. His wording was so bad that I think that Donald Trump might have actually eclipsed Donald Trump in how bad a statement can really get. Like, Donald Trump talked about grabbing women's hoo-has. He's talked about essentially molesting women. He's talked about a mentally handicapped person in the middle of his speech. He even made hand gestures. He called African, Hispanic, and other countries crap holes. I can't say the word. I don't like to cuss. But for Kanye West to say what he said hurts me because Kanye West was such a great musician. He still is. But because of that high power in his mind, because of what he believes he is, which, by the way, he believes he's God. He believes he is God. So to think that this man can say things like this and tweet out things like this and do whatever he wants, he hides behind the guise of free thinking, which I'm a free thinker. I think very freely. I'm a huge nerd. I love music, all types, country music, rock music, contemporary music, classical music. I'm the type of musician that people love to hate because my playlist is all over the place, okay? And because he's in that mindset and he thinks because he's black, he's powerful, he thinks that he can say these things and there not be some type of backlash, It's sad to me. It's misinformed, and there are people right now who are attacking the black culture, who are attacking the black hive mind. And what I mean by that is the culture, the language, the dances, the music, the hive mind of black culture. People are attacking that, making us seem like we are the cause of our own oppression, which we are in some cases. There are some cases in which black people are intentionally ruining their communities. They're intentionally doing things that shouldn't be done. They're intentionally killing and stealing, but that's not the majority of black people. The majority of black people are free thinkers. They work, they love, they give, and they receive love back from other people. The black community is a strong force of free thinking. And guess what? We don't need to make ignorant statements to get our point across. To Kanye West, I believe that he's doing this for money. He spoke about a year ago how he was running out of money and how he didn't have anywhere else to turn. All his tweets are public. You can go look at it. And it's interesting how shortly after he had this meeting with Donald Trump about a year ago, he came back out and he started talking all this stuff. Started sounding really strange, free thinking. Now he's a conservative and now he supports Donald Trump. But I also find it interesting how about 2-3 years ago, because of some things that Kanye West did and some statements that he made, Barack Obama, our previous president, basically cussed him out and said he didn't like Kanye West for those things. And so this is my biggest thing. I think Kanye West is really upset about what Obama said. And he's so upset that he's going against the status quo of being a Democrat or being at least against Donald Trump. And he's trying to mix the bowl, if you will, by approaching this political topic with no tact. Doesn't go into it softly. I know black conservatives. I know black people who are Democrats. I know blacks who are Republicans. I myself am neither. I am a neutralist. I am middle ground. But he goes into it with no tact. He doesn't think about what he says. He just says it. Now, his statements are really hurtful because he lacks the understanding of history. To say something like that in that way suggests, and this is what it suggests, not saying that's what he said, but what it suggests is that he doesn't understand the history behind how slavery started. Let's go back a little bit. Slavery started when a bunch of people, and I'm gonna make it very simple, a bunch of people in a land said we need free labor. They went around, they found Africa. They got on Africa's soil, and they found some warlords that were willing to sell those Africans for guns. Very few of those warlords did that. The rest were stolen into the villages, burnt down, took their language, took their culture, took their everything, their names, put them on boats, brought them over here. I, myself, am a part of that. I am an ancestor of those slaves. And so is Kanye. So for him to say that is wild. It really is wild to hear that. But most of all, I think that this episode is mostly about calming everybody down. Because he did apologize in his tweet. In his tweet, he said that, of course, I know that slaves did not get shackled and put on boat by free will. He says, my point is for us to have stayed in that position even though the numbers were on our side means that we were mentally enslaved. His apology is basically him trying to say, I didn't mean to say it like that. What I was trying to say was this. But Kanye West already caused the damage. I don't think people will listen to his music less. I don't think people will like him less. I just believe the respect that he had within this community, within this hive mind that I talked about, has diminished almost to zero. To say that you believe just because there was a lot of numbers of people that you think that those people shouldn't be slaves anymore really speaks to the idea that you don't understand that slaves back in those days had no grasp of the English language. They couldn't read the English language. And even if they could, where would they go? They're black in a land full of white men. So if they would have walked out too far, the dogs would have found them, they would have gotten killed, and their families would have gotten killed. That's why they stayed slaves, because they knew the cost. Anyway, I'm a music nerd. I'm only talking about this because Kanye West is such a prolific musician and artist, and I want to know your opinion. Comment below. Tell me what you think about Kanye West's comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Don't let my opinion dissuade you from letting me know what you think. Should we support him on his comments and his free thinking, or should we just stop him and at least get him a little more educated on how to speak and how to articulate himself properly so that he doesn't offend the whole race. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. Like I said, I'll be back weekly. Every week I will be back with new episodes. So I hope you stick around and just continue to love me, continue to be patient. I got some cool stuff coming up. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day and a better tomorrow. God bless. I'll see you all later.